Hey everybody, it's Catherine Beeks with another edition of Animals and Their People. And I am so excited to announce my good friend Karen Pearlman from the San Diego Union Tribune and her amazing sidekick Chloe have joined us today. Shoot, come on up. Chloe's here, come on. Hi Chloe, hi Karen, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of this. Very cool.
What kind of dog is Chloe?
Chloe is a Cocker Spaniel and maybe some Poodle. I don't know exactly, but she looks like a Cocker Spaniel, but she doesn't shed.
Yeah.
And so I think that makes her combo with something else. And when I adopted her from the shelter in El Cajon, they said she was all Cocker Spaniel, but I've come to believe that she's got Poodle in her. So I think she's a Cockapoo.
Okay. She's amazing.
She's a very good dog.
So when did you rescued her as a puppy?
No, she was 1.5 years when I got her.
Wow.
And she just turned 12. So I've had her like 10 years, but she was very ill. She had mange. Which is a skin condition that's, you can't fight it topically, really. You have to kill it inside like a heartworm. So she needed medication for about 3 years when I first got her to get rid of the mange. I got her in 2010, January, and she was born in August of 2008. So I made her birthday 8808 because I don't really know her birthday, but I gave her that birthday because I knew she was August 08 because I think that the people got her at a pet store. So she came with like a birth month.
Yeah. Did you teach her how to urinate standing, doing a handstand, or was that something that she decided to do on her own?
It's funny, she did it like since I got her, but she used to do it only like once, maybe every couple of weeks. And then it's just like more and more and more. And now it's almost every third or fourth time she pees, she stands up on her front legs and does it. It's bizarre. I did not teach her. I don't know how she did it, but like I said, she did it from the start.
Yeah.
But now it's like much more than she ever did before.
Amazing.
I don't know why. It's humorous. I try to get a video, but I've not been fast enough, but I've taken a lot of photos, as you've probably seen. It's entertaining.
So on your beat, your beat is El Cajon, and when you cruise around, you take pictures of people's dogs and you post them. You must have a million pictures of local neighborhood dogs.
I do. I live in San Carlos near the mountain, and my area of coverage is all of East County. So whenever I'm out walking her locally, or when I go to one of my cities where I cover stuff, come here, Chloe, come on, up. Whenever I cover stuff, come over here, come here. I love dogs, and I think dogs make people happy. I think that their joy of life and how they interact with people is really interesting and telling about the dog and about their person or persons too. So I always ask before I just take a photo, unless it's a dog like through a fence and there's no one around, because you don't want to have somebody, be, I don't want my dog on, or my dog doesn't like cameras, or I don't want my dog on social media. I actually had a woman who said she worked for the FBI. I don't know. Say, please don't put, my dog on social media, dogs on social media, because, I don't want people to know where I live and blah, blah, blah. So, but I think just having pictures of dogs makes people happy. And so, my social media presence besides work is I try to kind of put stuff that makes people happy. So I take photos of dogs and flowers and sunsets, weird cloud formations and art.
Yeah.
I try to have a lot of things that bring joy, and not just, I'm selfish. I do it for me because I look over my photos from the day before I go to sleep at night, and they make me happy. And then I delete them, or I put them on Facebook in a photo album, but because I have so many.
I love following you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And not only, there's pictures of dogs and there's pictures of dogs and cats, but you get you get a great perspective. you have a really great eye when it comes to photographing cats and dogs.
They're joyful. I mean, cats sometimes can be really fun too. Sometimes they're aloof.
Yeah.
But a cat that's playful, or a cat that's interacting with my dog, or a cat that's just I'm catching, walking around, or doing something fun, like laying down or rolling, or hitting a leaf on a tree or something. Like it makes for fun. And I get down low.
Yeah.
Like I've turned into a photographer. I wasn't born one. I haven't taken any photography classes, but because I've worked at newspapers like most of my life now, I've watched like some of the really good photographers and how they get up on things and they get down low on things. They lay down, they step up on ladders, they get weird angles, and so the perspective of it, I've learned from watching these people, like what they do to make a photo like more interesting than just your regular. You just stand and look at a dog from far away. I like to get up close and get a nose, or get an eye, or get a paw. Like these are things that are unique to each animal. Like, a fingerprint on a person, like each characteristic of a dog is different. So, and I like to just show that too.
You have been a reporter for how many years?
Well, I've been at the Union Tribune for 24 years.
Wow.
And then I was at the Daily Californian, which was, it's a weekly now, but it was daily. I was there for almost 10 years.
Cool.
And then I was at Chula Vista Star News for like 3 years. And that was while I was going to San Diego State, and I worked for the newspaper, the Daily Aztec, while I was going to college in the 80s.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been doing it a long time. But I've only been covering news for 10 years. I used to be a sports writer.
Okay.
Which I loved, but I do news now. And I have to take my own photos, so I've really had to, like I said, kind of step up my photo game.
Yeah.
Because I want the editors to trust me and my photos, instead of always having to ask a staff photographer to shoot something. I want to be able to cover it myself, so that we don't have to have somebody taking off something else to cover, one of my stories.
Yeah. So what's coming up in the future for you?
This is, the COVID thing has made things really interesting. So, I work from home. I actually miss my colleagues, some of them that I would get to see. I didn't work at the office a lot, but, I think just kind of covering the same stuff that I've been doing, but differently now because of meetings being online. Summers, things are a little slow right now, but there is a couple things coming up at some of the cities that are going to be interesting.
All right. Well, it's so good catching up with you. And
me too.
I always like to ask this question. Do you let Chloe sleep with you in the bed?
Oh, yeah. We are like back to back. Yeah. Like we sit butt to butt. Yeah. Oh, no, she definitely sleeps in the bed. Sometimes in the winter when it's cold, like we can't remember what it's like being cold right now because it's so brutally hot. But she'll get into her bed. I'll put her little dog bed on the bed and put it next to me.
Nice, yeah.
But I'll put my hand on her so she knows that I'm right there. But she likes being on the bed. Do you let your dog sleep on the bed with you?
I have such a wonderful husband that, yes, he Penny and Chooch will both come to bed with us. And then the cats also join us, and we all hang out and watch TV for a while. And then slowly but surely, everybody leaves except for Chooch. She'll stay with us the whole night. But Penny
the other ones jump off the bed during the night at some point?
They do, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that they like to just have that, end of the day, let's all hang out time.
Yes.
They go
That's nice. A little downtime for everybody. It's good. I can't imagine not sleeping with the dog. Now, I have had dogs in the past that didn't want to sleep in the bed with me, which I tried not to take personally. Because who knows, they're always rescues, so who knows what their past was before me. Right. But, it's like I like the dog next to me. And I've had boyfriends in the past that haven't been so hip with it. And I 86 the boyfriends. What? Hello.
Absolutely.
Dog sleeping on the bed. If the dog wants to sleep on the bed, sorry, you can sleep on the floor.
Straight. Like, your priorities are right in line. All right. right. Well, you are one of my favorite people.
Thank you. I love you too, Catherine. I haven't seen you in so long in person. It's really nice to see you on the Zoom. But I hope if and when we get to being together in San Diego, or if I come up and see you, I'm looking forward to like hugging you. Hopefully with COVID way out of here.
Yeah, for real. All right. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.